the other side. We've set the table. Thrilled you're here. Let's go.
I mean, a really good first point that just shows the athleticism and the shot making on the run that both of these ladies exhibit.
0-0.
Nice shot there by Parris Todd. Weather here is perfect. 73 degrees right now, light breeze in the air. Wind has been a little bit of a factor here in Virginia Beach, but not much.
Yeah, the wind has, when it's shown its face, it's typically been on the back of where Anna Leigh is now, so that's been advantageous of a side. Wow, great get from Parris down the line shot, but Anna Leigh hits that winner cross court.
And Waters is on the board.
One.
Wow, incredible passing shot from Anna Leigh on the run. I thought Parris's two-hander deep into the corner was going to be sufficient for her to come up and provide some pressure at the net, but sometimes in singles you can hit a good shot, and if your opponent hits a great shot, it's over in a second.
Oh, nicely done as Parris is able to dig it out. There is Hunter Johnson. We'll see him a little bit later on today.
She just realizes that she doesn't have to pass her off the winner.
They'll take on Connor Garnett here on Humana Championship Court.
1-2.
Side out here to Parris Todd.
Side out.
Anna Leigh Waters, gold medal in Atlanta, also a gold in Las Vegas. So the last two PPA events.
Anna Leigh got a little greedy there. That was a tough ball down at her ankle. Try to go for the outright winner, but I mean, it's just showing the caliber of shot making here. We're at 2-1, but we've had almost 90% of the rallies have been extended and wide ranging. And Drew, when you say perfect weather, for those listening in on the stream, it is absolutely 10 out of 10. Like, this is a day for pickleball, whether you're playing, viewing, practicing. Unbelievable out here.
Oh, nicely done by the #1 seed. Not a cloud in the sky, but we do have a lot of aircraft in the sky, courtesy of Naval Air Station Oceana. Super Hornets constantly flying over above. Pushes that one just a bit. Being it is a progressive draw here in this tournament, is that an advantage for singles players, all singles players?
I think it is, for sure. Singles is so taxing on the body, and having kind of one match per day that you can kind of gear up for, give it your best, and potentially move on to the next is really nice for them. I think it comes with some disadvantages for the folks who really love the momentum play. Probably not applied to singles, but when it comes to, being in a really kind of aggressive and fun-loving state with your mixed partner or gendered partner, some folks like to stack up 3 matches in a day, but you kind of got to put that on pause and start again the next. But Anna Leigh's moving really well. right now here.
Take a look at the percentages for Parris Todd, 66%.
To different dynamics where people have to get started every day and bring their best.
So a long return there makes it 5-2.
5-2.
And how about 2 in a row? Not how you want to come out of a timeout.
6-2. Side out. Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the out call. The out call puts us at side out.
It's impossible to be correct all the time.
Nicely done, Parris Todd. Changes it up just a little bit on the serve, and it ends up paying off.
Yeah, some great baseline strokes from both players there. Leigh couldn't really find a great opportunity to come in. Is obviously on the bad end of that net cord luck. Beautiful backhand drop there from AL that just gets out of the reach of Parris on the stretch. Both women opting for this kind of lofty topspin serve, trying to land it deep and really prevent either one of them from loading up on a ground stroke. Oh, a dainty do. A nifty forehand cross-court shot there from AL.
That'll certainly wake up the crowd here early in our first match on Humana Championship Court.
8-3. Point.
And now a 9-3 commanding lead.
9-3.
Waters now serving with a 9-3 lead.
That forehand close is just too good from AL. She is pounding it out there, and it's tough for Parris to really get much on it on her backhand side.
First game point for Waters. Oh, wow. To finish with an exclamation, Parris Todd now walks towards the towel, and sort of an air paddle tap that time to Leigh.
I was going to mention, Drew, heading into game one, that there's this tension that you can feel as opposed to the previous matches we've seen Leigh on championship court here. Parris and Leigh, game 2 is going to be spicy.
Let's see if that tension continues to build. We'll be back after this. And here's game 2. Parris to serve.
And as we mentioned, the Parris side here will on her baseline will have wind at the back. It has been slightly advantageous for folks in the singles matches that we've seen in the last few days.
That shot just a little bit wide.
I mean, the Leigh pressure comes on you in 2 ways. One is it's a hard ground stroke, and you see her moving in, and she's so capable of getting in that you feel like you're pressed to go for an outright winner.
Side out. Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the out call. The out call puts us at side out 1-0. We'll now proceed to video review.
Guaranteed pickleball play every week. No hassle, no paddle stacking lines, no worries. Join a pickleball league today and up your game with competitive, consistent, well-matched play. Connect with your local leagues, check live rankings on your phone, and play with ease. Whether you're there to socialize with your community, network across the net, or have fun playing your favorite sport, leagues are a stress-free way to enjoy your play. Find your closest league at pickleball.com and click Leagues today to get started.
Sunday finals, then we don't need layups, but.
So side out to Parris Todd. So many years grinding in the sport of tennis. You can feel how competitive she is every time she takes the court.
0-1.
Good handle off the net cord by Ale, staying with it, moving her feet, keeping herself in position.
1-0. Point.
Just too good shot making that time from the #1 seed.
Just laser volleys from Leigh. I mean, Parris is doing such a good job of even getting to those, but almost impossible to match the pace and placement.
Just shot after shot, and you wonder, how does she do it?
And when I say she has all the shots, that is exhibit A. You know, that is not not an easy one to work into a point.
That one's going to go awry. But Parris Todd, you have not had a real run yet in this match. It's got to happen now.
0-4. Point. 1-4.
Nicely done.
Really good pattern there from Parris. In game one, she'd been trying to go up the line several times with that to Annalie's backhand, but here she gets around the ball and curls that back behind her.
So 3 in a row right now for Parris Todd. We called for the run. It's happening right now.
That's all you, Drew.
Said no. That's side out. I can't overrule that. Did you see that? Can't. Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the out call. The out call puts us at side out 4-4. We will now proceed to video review.
Neither player wants to give each other an inch here.
Yeah, when we talked about the tension at the break, there's certainly a competitiveness which you should have, but it feels like it goes a little bit beyond that, and there's no benefit of the doubt when it's come to line calling. They've been using the challenges liberally, as they should. And Drew, I'm going to give you an opportunity to weigh in on this one.
Going to hedge this one, right? All right, I'm going to say that is out.
I'm going to go with out 2. We're going to go 3 for 3 here. And the refs have already convened, and they're back at it.
After review, the call on the court stands. The ball is out. Challenge is lost. Timeout is lost. No timeouts remaining. 1 timeout remaining. We'll resume play at side out 4-4.
I will say, Onisha Smith, she has got this on lockdown. She is on point this morning here in Virginia Beach.
Timing. 4-4.
Leigh comes out swinging.
True, if I had to guess, if she was playing another opponent, she would have let that ball sail out. You know, that was a good 6 inches out. I think she wanted to make a little bit of a statement with a hard closing two-hander.
Interesting. Oh, just great pace. The two-handed backhand working for ALW. You mentioned the tension, Ryan. Perhaps if you're Parris Todd, you haven't beaten Leigh in over 2 years. You just feel like you're due, trying to do anything you can to get an edge?
Yeah, for sure. And it's fun how this competitive spirit and rivalry plays out. I think in men's, they tend to get a little bit more chirpy and vocal with it. Here, it's a little more understated, and they try to kind of manifest it through the strokes and on-court body language.
So we're knotted at 5 here in game 2.
Really well done by Parris. But again, Leig's hitting great shots there. Just another good one from Parris on her forehand. Her forehand is really firing right now.
First lead for Parris since it was 1-0 in game 1.
She had what she wanted there, that forehand deep into that corner. Set herself up well. I mean, the ground strokes here have a lot of pace. Like, these balls are traveling through the court.
5-6.
Really important time for Parris to try to stack 1 or 2 more and get Leigh on her heels mentally.
Did it. So this is Parris Todd's game right here.
7-5.
Good hustle from Parris to get to these, but Leigh at the net, too sharp with the angled put away. Leigh did a much better job as opposed to the previous points, finding a good opportune time to move in.
5-7.
And that's going to halt a 7-1 run for Parris Todd. Leigh trying to get back on track.
6-7. And
now we're getting some audible Audible chirps. Leigh has started with a little bit of the self-talk. Nice exclamation there from Parris, but it's getting intense.
Six.
And first service error of the match right there. Side out to Waters here.
6-7.
I mean, really good passing job from Leigh. She wasn't given much of an angle. Parris's return was good, and it was into the middle of the court, but Ale running around that forehand just a little bit to give herself some room.
7-7.
Another finisher. How many times?
Ale's the best mover out here, and she's so good in anticipation. You know, you see that in all the events. She knows when to load up. She understands what's happening to her with her opponent's shots, and she does such a great job of getting a jump on the ball.
This is going to bring up a match point for the first time for Leigh Waters.
Match point.
Right now. Let's go. Wait.
10-7.
Parris Todd lives to see another point.
Leigh nodding to herself, being like, hey, good shot. I mean, it was really well done by Parris. And she had done a few of those successfully in game one.
Parris Todd, 7th right now in the race to the PPA finals, just behind Salome Davidze.
7-10.
The ball looked out to us, Drew, and our close call confirming that. But Parris was going to attempt to challenge it, but she's currently out of challenges.
Second match point. Parris Todd defeated Millie Rain to get here.
7-10.
Trying to advance to the semifinals. That one will sail. So. You hear a lot of that in the NFL. A quarterback, don't throw off the back foot. Same can be said here in pickleball, huh?
For sure.
9-10.
This for the tie. There we go.
Really good rallies here from Parris in the last few moments.
Come on.
AL self-talk of won it. She can close this out with a good return and a few minutes of focus, but Parris wants to get this to game 3.
So Parris Todd has fought off a couple match points, but Leigh Waters does not want to see a game 3.
10-10.
What a forehand.
certainly stepped into that one.
Fight, 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 fight!
11-10.
Parris Todd comes back.
Parris Todd with the nope after she hits the clean winner up the line. I love it.
We got ourselves a shootout, my friend.
10-11.
A little bit of cat and mouse there. Great backhand slice from Parris, but well handled by Leigh.
One more time for the match.
11-10.
There it is for Leigh Waters. Fourth time the charm. Leigh and Parris Todd once again a ferocious battle in women's singles.
Leigh came to play today and brought all the strokes out. Really good job of execution from her. But good battle in game 2 from Parris. Props to fighting back and making that a real close one.
So a deep breath for the #1 seed as she moves on. Leigh Waters putting on a show here in Virginia Beach. We'll talk to her coming up next. Friday as we continue our coverage of the Stratusphere Gin Virginia Beach Cup. And Leigh Waters, the #1 seed on Humana Championship Court. All right, Leigh, it's always fun anytime you and Parris Todd are on opposite sides. What do you think was the theme of this battle today? That second game was fierce.
Yeah, I feel like with Parris, like if you come out winning that first game, you know the second game, she's a real fighter. She can come back from about any score. I think once in Atlanta earlier in the year, I was down like 2-10, won the game, and the next game she was down like 10-5 and then won the game or something like that. So I think we're both people who can come back from anything. And I think I was thinking about that at 10-7, but my mom gave me a good pep talk and came out and finished the match.
Leigh, Parris has given you a lot of tough battles recently this year. They've been real fun to watch. But how do you personally get into a competitive headspace to come out focused and fiery?
I just come into a competitive headspace about any match I play. The more nervous I am before the match, usually the better. This morning I was feeling pretty nervous, so I knew I was going to play well. But thank you to the crowd for helping me stay locked in. Thank you guys for giving me some energy. But yeah, I feel like Parris and I have some good points because we both like to stay back. So it's kind of like, you know, who's going to come in first, you know, to see the passes. So yeah, we have some crazy long points sometimes.
Your mom is so good at talking to Leigh Waters, but you know who else is good? You talking to yourself. Where does that self-drive and motivation come from?
I'm just a super competitive person, so anytime I'm down or I feel like I'm not playing my best, I know I can do better, so I'm just trying to convince myself of that. My mental coach says anything you say out loud, your brain starts to believe, so I try not to be too negative with what I say out loud, like fight, 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 I say a lot. I saw some person with that on a sign the other day, so thank you to whoever that was. It reminded me to use that. Also, just trying to say positive things like, you got this, Leigh, be you, is one that I really like, because if I'm being me on the court, good things usually happen, but if I'm not being myself, playing a little bit tentative, that's when you start to see me missing some of my routine shots.
Leigh, great stuff. We will see you on semifinal Saturday.
Thanks, guys.
So Leigh Waters, what class she has, just 17 years old. Coming up next, Federico Staksrud and Quang Duong. Pickleball TV, your place for the Stratusphere Gin Virginia Beach Cup.